Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen, and enjoy my stories every day. I sit in a sleek conference room on the 37th floor of Hartley & Company, staring at the projection screen while my laptop churns through slides. The buzz of corporate chatter drifts in from the hall, but I'm lost in my thoughts. It's just another day, another presentation, but something feels off. I glance at my phone, a message from Sarah. It's brief, can't talk now. Later. The knot in my stomach tightens. After the meeting, I need to prepare for tomorrow's pitch in New York. Sarah usually helps me with the final touches, but today she's distant, her laughter replaced by silence. I sigh, pushing the feeling aside as I grab my bag and head home. The apartment feels empty when I arrive. The silence presses down on me like a weight. I walk past the dining table, where we used to share laughter over dinner, now just a cold reminder of our recent disconnect. I spot Sarah's laptop on the coffee table, and an idea strikes me. I need a file I saved there weeks ago, and maybe while I'm at it, I can figure out what's bothering her. I power on the laptop and enter her password, a string of numbers and letters I've memorized without even thinking. The screen lights up, revealing a chaotic desktop scattered with folders and applications. My eyes scan the clutter, landing on a text file labeled Diary. My heart races. Curiosity gets the better of me, and I double-click it, feeling a mix of trepidation and intrigue. The words fill the screen, and I'm immediately drawn into her thoughts. The entries begin innocently enough. She writes about work, her daily life, and our moments together. But as I scroll down, I stumble upon the darker entries. I can't stop thinking about him. She writes about her boss, a name I've heard too often but never thought much about. Every time he smiles at me, I feel like I'm floating. But then he ignores me. It's like I don't exist when he walks away. My heart races. I can't breathe as I read more. Sarah details their interactions, how he made her feel special, even for a fleeting moment. It's been weeks since we shared that drink, she writes, and now he hardly looks my way. It hurts so much. I can't believe my eyes. Betrayal seeps through every word, like poison in my veins. I shove the laptop away, anger boiling within me. The once loving woman beside me, the one I thought I knew, has been unfaithful. My mind spins with thoughts of revenge, each darker than the last. How could she do this to me? To us? My thoughts race as I recall our last few conversations, her feigned smiles that never reached her eyes. I feel the ground shift beneath me as the reality of her betrayal settles in. I need to confront her, but the thought of hearing her explanations, her pathetic excuses, makes my skin crawl. Instead, I decide to lay my own trap. I'll play the game, and I'll play it better than she ever could. Grabbing my phone, I dial my best friend, Max. I need your help, I say, my voice steady despite the storm raging inside me. I've found out Sarah's been cheating. I want to make her regret it. What do you have in mind? Max asks, his curiosity piqued. I'm not sure yet, but I want her to know she made a mistake. Something that will shatter her, just like she shattered me. Okay, let's figure it out. You've got this, he encourages, and I can almost hear the wheels turning in his head. We brainstorm for what feels like hours, plotting revenge while I suppress the hurt twisting in my gut. Each idea we throw around makes me feel more empowered, more determined. I can't let her walk away unscathed. She needs to understand the weight of her actions. As I hang up, the silence of the apartment returns, but it no longer feels suffocating. Instead, it feels like a calm before the storm, a quiet that holds the promise of my revenge. I glance at the laptop, the words of her diary still fresh in my mind. I won't just sit here and take this. The next day, as I prepare to leave for my business trip, I feel a newfound sense of purpose. I'm not just going to New York to pitch, I'm going to dismantle the life Sarah has so casually thrown away. She thinks she's clever, but she's underestimated me. I won't let her forget. As I close the door behind me, I smile to myself, already envisioning how the next chapters of our lives will unfold. I'm on the plane to New York, the hum of the engines a comforting backdrop to my racing thoughts. The chaos of the last few days weighs on me, but beneath it all lies a simmering excitement. I've spent the flight drafting my revenge, my mind a whirlwind of possibilities. When I land, the city greets me with its usual hustle, a stark contrast to the emptiness I left behind. I take a deep breath, letting the energy of New York seep into me. I head straight to the hotel, dropping my bags in the room before taking a moment to collect my thoughts. I pull out my phone and shoot a text to Max, "I'm here. What's next?" His response is almost instant. "Let's meet at the bar downstairs. I've got a few ideas." As I walk down to the hotel bar, the clamor of voices surrounds me. I scan the room, spotting Max at a corner table, his face animated as he gestures wildly. I slide into the seat across from him, the weight of the world momentarily lifting as I see my friend's familiar face. "What's cooking?" I ask, leaning in. "Okay, so I've been thinking," he starts, his eyes gleaming with mischief. "You need to make Sarah realize what she's lost. Something that hits hard but leaves you with the upper hand." "Like what?" "I can't just throw her a surprise party," I reply, sarcasm drenching my tone. Max chuckles, shaking his head. "No, no. We need to go bigger. What if you flaunt your success while subtly making it clear she's missing out? Let her see you moving on without her." I nod, feeling a surge of energy. "What do you have in mind?" "I've got a few connections in the city. Let's throw a little networking event, but make it exclusive, invite only. Get some of your big clients and potential partners to attend. But make sure you post about it on social media. Let her see how well you're doing without her." A grin spreads across my face. "That's brilliant. I'll showcase my work, the connections I'm making, and then let her stew in her own regret." "Exactly. And don't forget to have fun while you're at it. You deserve it." As we brainstorm more details, I can feel the excitement building inside me. We discuss venue options, potential guests, and a timeline for when I should send out the invites. With each idea, I envision Sarah's reaction, the shock, the jealousy, the regret. "Let's do this," I say, determination fueling my words. "I'll start planning right away." The next few days are a blur of activity. I work tirelessly on the presentation for the upcoming pitch, putting my best foot forward while simultaneously coordinating the event. I reach out to clients, friends, and even a few influential figures in the industry. The responses pour in, each confirmation a small victory that feeds my growing anticipation. As I navigate through the chaos, I keep one eye on Sarah. I want to know how she's reacting to my absence, to the brewing storm of my plans. I check social media, looking for signs, any hint that she's noticed I'm gone or that I'm making moves. Finally, one evening, I receive a message from her. "Can we talk? I miss you." I stare at the screen, my heart hardening. "Miss me?" I mutter, scoffing. "What about the guy you're so infatuated with?" I let the message linger, unsure whether to respond. Instead, I decide to play it cool. "I'm busy right now. Maybe later." A few minutes pass, and my phone buzzes again. "Please." I want to explain. The urge to tell her what I've uncovered is strong, but I hold back. I can't give her the satisfaction of knowing I've found out about her betrayal. "I'll think about it," I reply, and then I silence my phone, unwilling to engage further. As the days roll on, the event draws closer, and I can't shake the excitement. I've secured a beautiful rooftop venue overlooking the skyline, a perfect backdrop for the kind of evening I want to create. I arrange for drinks and hors d'oeuvres, and I even hire a photographer to capture the night. The night before the event, I sit on the hotel balcony, the city lights twinkling below me like stars. I take a moment to breathe it all in, feeling a mix of nerves and exhilaration. Max calls, and I answer, eager for his thoughts. It's almost here. You ready? More than ready, I reply, a smile creeping onto my face. I can't wait to see the look on her face when she finds out. Just remember to enjoy yourself, he advises. You're the star of the show. As we hang up, I feel a rush of confidence. Tomorrow will be the beginning of something new for me, a chance to reclaim my life and make Sarah realize what she's lost. The next evening, the rooftop is buzzing with energy as guests arrive. I watch as familiar faces mingle, laughter filling the air. I make my rounds, engaging with clients and colleagues, but my mind is half focused on the door. I know Sarah will see the event on social media, and I can't wait for her to realize what's happening. As I raise a glass in a toast, the skyline glowing behind me, I feel unstoppable. Revenge is sweet, and tonight, I'll savor every moment. The rooftop event is a whirlwind of activity. Guests move around me, laughter and chatter filling the air like a festive song. I stand by the bar, drink in hand, soaking in the view of the Manhattan skyline as the sun dips below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the city. Everything is falling into place, just as I had envisioned. James. A familiar voice calls out, pulling me from my thoughts. It's Rachel, a colleague from the marketing team, her smile wide as she approaches. I can't believe how amazing this looks. You've really outdone yourself. Thanks, Rachel. I wanted to make it special, I reply, forcing a grin as I scan the crowd, half expecting to see Sarah walk through the door. Are you kidding? This is a prime networking opportunity, she continues, her eyes sparkling with excitement. You'll land a few big clients tonight for sure. Fingers crossed, I say, though my mind is elsewhere. My phone vibrates in my pocket. I pull it out and see a message from Max, just got a call from Sarah. She's freaking out. Heard about the event. I smirk, the satisfaction swelling in my chest. Good. Let her stew. Rachel notices my distraction. Everything all right? Yeah, just some last-minute details, I lie, shaking off her concern. Don't stress. Enjoy the night. You deserve it. She pats my shoulder before heading off to mingle with other guests. I take a deep breath, allowing the energy of the night to fuel my determination. I'm doing this for me, for my future, and to remind Sarah of what she's lost. As the night progresses, the laughter and chatter swell. I make my rounds, sharing drinks and stories with clients and friends, always keeping an eye on the door. My pulse quickens as the thought of Sarah entering consumes me. I need her to see me thriving, surrounded by people who appreciate me. Then, just as I'm mid-conversation with a potential client, the atmosphere shifts. I catch a glimpse of a familiar figure entering the venue. It's Sarah, her eyes scanning the room. She looks beautiful yet out of place, her expression a mix of confusion and desperation. My heart races, not with love but with the thrill of seeing her reaction to my success. Excuse me for a moment, I tell the client, my voice steady as I walk away. I make my way towards Sarah, my heart pounding with anticipation. James, she says, her voice wavering as I approach. I didn't expect to see you here. Really? I thought you'd be thrilled to see how well I'm doing, I reply, my tone laced with sarcasm. I came to talk, she insists, her eyes darting nervously. I've missed you. Can we just? Missed me? Is that why you've been so cozy with your boss? I interrupt, my anger flaring up. Do you think I'd just forget about the diary I found? About the lies you've told? Her face pales, and for a moment, she looks like a deer caught in headlights. James, You what? You love him. You think I'd want to hear your excuses? I step closer, my voice low and controlled. This is about me now. You wanted to play, and now I'm the one in control. She glances around, clearly embarrassed and panicking. Please, let's talk somewhere private. I shake my head, feeling a sense of power wash over me. No, Sarah. We're going to do this right here. I want you to see what you're missing. I turn and gesture toward the crowd, raising my voice to catch the attention of our guests. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention? The chatter fades, and all eyes turn toward me, including Sarah's. I feel the thrill of the moment surge through me. Thank you all for coming tonight. It means a lot to have such supportive friends and clients here. I'm excited to share some big news with you. I lock eyes with Sarah, who looks increasingly uncomfortable as I speak. As many of you know, I've been working hard to expand my business, and I'm thrilled to announce a new partnership that will elevate our projects to new heights. Cheers erupt from the crowd, but I only have eyes for her. Her face flushes, and I relish the mix of anger and regret swirling in her expression. I take a sip of my drink, letting the moment hang before I continue. I also want to acknowledge the incredible people who've supported me along the way. Without you, I wouldn't be standing here tonight. I pause dramatically, letting the weight of my words sink in. And to those who have chosen to walk away from this journey, well, it only makes me stronger. A murmur ripples through the crowd, and I can see Sarah's hands tremble at her sides. Let's raise a glass to new beginnings and the opportunities that lie ahead. I shout, lifting my glass high. The crowd joins in, glasses clinking together, while Sarah stands frozen in place, her expression a mixture of horror and disbelief. James, you can't do this, she finally bursts out, her voice rising above the crowd. Why not? You wanted to throw everything away. This is just the beginning of my success without you, I reply, my tone icy. I hope you find what you're looking for because you'll never have a piece of this life again. As I turn to walk away, I hear her voice break. I never meant for it to happen like this. I'm sorry. I stop for a moment, looking back at her, my heart pounding. Sorry isn't enough, Sarah. You made your choice. With that, I stride away, a newfound sense of liberation coursing through me. The evening rolls on, laughter and celebration surrounding me. As I mingle with my guests, I steal glances at Sarah, who remains isolated at the edge of the party, her expression a haunting blend of regret and desperation. I can see the realization settling in, the gravity of what she's lost. As the night winds down and guests begin to leave, I feel a weight lift off my shoulders. I've reclaimed my power, and while the pain of betrayal still lingers, it's overshadowed by the thrill of what lies ahead. Tomorrow, I'll begin to lay the groundwork for my new life. This is just the beginning of my journey, and Sarah's betrayal will serve as the catalyst for my transformation. The next morning, the sunlight spills through my hotel room window, casting long shadows on the floor. I wake up feeling renewed, a sense of purpose propelling me forward. Last night's event was just a taste of my newfound freedom, and today, I'm ready to lay down the law, not just for myself, but for Sarah and her new lover. I can still see her face etched with regret, the way she clung to the edges of the party like a ghost, unable to face the reality of what she'd lost. Her betrayal ignited a fire in me that I can't ignore. I pull out my phone and dial Max. We need to talk. I have a plan. Let's meet at the cafe around the corner, he suggests, and I can hear the excitement in his voice. What's going on? As I walk to the cafe, I feel a surge of adrenaline. I'm no longer just reacting to Sarah's betrayal, I'm taking control. I want to make her and her boss feel the weight of their actions. When I arrive, I find Max already seated at a table, tapping away on his laptop. He looks up as I approach, his face lighting up. So, what's the plan, boss? I lean in, lowering my voice. I'm going to destroy their world. I want her to feel everything I felt when I discovered her betrayal. Max leans back, his eyes widening. How far are you willing to go? Far enough to ensure she never forgets this, I say, my voice steady. I want to expose her affair. I'll gather evidence and show everyone who she really is. What about her boss? Max asks, a hint of concern in his tone. I smirk, the dark satisfaction coursing through me. He'll be collateral damage. I want him to lose his position, to feel the shame. They both deserve it. Max hesitates, but I can see the intrigue in his eyes. All right, let's do this. But we need to be smart about it. Over the next few days, we devise a meticulous plan. I compile texts and emails from Sarah's laptop, crafting a timeline of her affair with her boss, detailing their clandestine meetings and intimate exchanges. I even dig deeper, reaching out to a few contacts in HR at her company, discreetly gathering information on her boss's questionable practices. One afternoon, while sitting at my desk, I hit send on an anonymous email to the HR department, attaching the evidence. The thrill of impending chaos sends a shiver down my spine. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Sarah and her boss will be exposed, and I'll be the one pulling the strings. That evening, I receive a call from Max. Did you send the email? Just did, I say, a smile creeping across my face. Now we wait. The next few days are a tense mix of anticipation and exhilaration. I watch from a distance as the news unfolds. Sarah's company launches an internal investigation, and I can feel the tremors of fear ripple through her. Each day that passes brings me closer to my revenge. Then comes the call I've been waiting for. Max is breathless on the other end. They're taking this seriously. Sarah's been called in for questioning. Perfect, I reply, suppressing a triumphant laugh. She'll have to face the consequences of her actions. Just be careful, man. This could get messy. The following afternoon, I decide to confront Sarah, to see the fallout of my actions up close. I text her, my heart racing. We need to talk. She responds almost immediately. I'm busy. Can it wait? No. Now. I arrive at the cafe we used to frequent, my stomach nodding with anticipation. When she walks in, her face is pale, eyes darting nervously. She spots me and approaches, her posture stiff. James, she starts, her voice shaky. What's this about? I lean back in my chair, crossing my arms. You really don't know? I thought you'd be all over the news by now. Her eyes widen. What are you talking about? Your little affair is about to be the talk of the office. I sent evidence to HR. You can thank your boss for that. For a moment, she stands there, speechless, processing my words. You wouldn't. Her voice rises in disbelief. I would. And I did. You thought you could betray me and walk away unscathed? James, please. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I made a mistake. A mistake. You shattered my trust, Sarah. I lean forward, my voice low and menacing. You deserve every ounce of pain that's coming your way. I'm begging you, don't do this, she pleads, her eyes glistening with tears. I'll lose everything. Good, I reply coldly. You should know what it feels like to lose everything. Just then, her phone buzzes. She glances down, her expression crumbling as she reads the message. They're calling me in. I have to go. Run along then, I say, feigning indifference. I hope your boss enjoys the fallout. As she turns to leave, she looks back at me, desperation etched on her face. James, don't do this. You're better than this. Am I? Or am I just giving you a taste of your own medicine? I reply, my voice steely. I watch her walk away, a mix of satisfaction and sorrow coursing through me. I've won this battle, but at what cost? Over the next few weeks, the fallout from my revenge spreads like wildfire. Sarah is called into the office for an internal investigation, her reputation shattered. The rumors swirl, and I revel in the chaos. But as the days pass, a dark cloud settles over me. Then I receive a call from Max, his tone grave. "You need to see this. Sarah's been let go. And her boss, he's being investigated for more than just the affair." My heart sinks. "What do you mean?" "They found evidence of fraud, embezzlement. It's bad, man. It's going to ruin their lives." A chilling silence stretches between us. "I didn't want that," I whisper, the weight of my actions settling heavily on my conscience. "I just wanted her to feel what I felt." "You set the wheels in motion, James. You can't control how this ends." The realization hits me like a punch to the gut. I've unleashed a storm that can't be contained. A few days later, I hear the news, a tragic accident involving Sarah's boss. He took his own life, unable to bear the weight of his disgrace. When I hear about Sarah's response, it shatters me. She's devastated, a broken shell of the woman I once loved, drowning in grief and guilt. I feel hollow, the thrill of revenge replaced by an overwhelming sense of loss. I reach out to her, a desperate attempt to reconcile, but my call goes unanswered. "James," Max says when I confide in him, "you can't change what's happened. You sought retribution, and it came at a cost you didn't anticipate." I realize he's right. I wanted to teach Sarah a lesson, but the lesson turned deadly, and I'm left to grapple with the consequences of my actions. In the end, we part forever, not with anger but with a profound understanding that our love has been irreparably tainted by betrayal. The weight of revenge hangs heavy in the air, a reminder that some scars never heal. And as I walk away from what remains of our once happy life, I know that I've lost more than just a partner. I've lost a piece of myself in the darkness of betrayal.